you see a pattern forming here. Whenever you see an important character, go and have a chat with them. See what they want. See what they can do for you. See what you can do for them. And you will make relationships in the game. You'll improve your standing with the faction. You'll improve your standing with other people. Okay, guys, and you'll learn about the game as you go. Remember, Stalker is a RPG. It's a story game. Speak to people, get their tasks, figure out what's going on. Okay, there you go. And they're gonna, you know, you'll find yourself progressing through the game, and you'll learn how it works. You'll have a good time. You'll have some painful times, yeah, don't get me wrong, you'll have painful times, but you know, for the most part, you should have a good time, guys. You've started your loadout. Okay, your loadout's all done. You're ready to rock and roll. You've got no points left, and you're excited to start your journey as a free stalker in the Rocky Village. Okay, what I want you to do is press start and get excited, because your life is about to change. This game is about to take over your life. Okay, I promise it will. It's good. Let's press start. Here we go. So this is your first screen. This is the first thing that you're going to be faced with. What I want you to do is press I. Open up your inventory. Okay, equip those pieces of equipment which you selected in your loadout. Okay, equip your PDA and either the RF receiver or the echo detector. I'd recommend the echo detector for now, okay, because the next thing you're going to do is you're going to be going and looking for an artifact in an anomaly field. All right, so that detector is exactly what it says on the tin. It detects artifacts. And this is a very, very basic detector. As you progress through the game, you will be leveling it up, as well as your other pieces of equipment like your PDA, head torches, night vision, body armors, weapons, all that good stuff. Everything in the game pretty much is upgradable. Okay, so we've put on our equipment and it's given us the following amount of protection. It's not a lot, but it's better. Okay, it's better than if we didn't have it. Okay, so that is why I wanted you to grab this stuff, so you got at least a little bit of protection from the zone. Okay, so we've got a little bit of protection, and hopefully we're not going to die too quickly. First things first. Okay, if you're playing story mode, which you should be if you're doing your new player playthrough, okay, the first thing that you're going to want to do is you're going to want to come out of the house, okay, and you're basically going to be faced with Rocky Village. Your game might look slightly different to mine. I've removed the autumn textures. Okay, I like the green of the zone. I really prefer the more lush looking zone, and I've turned my grass up a little bit as well. But for the most part, okay, this is what you're going to be. This is what you're going to face. All right, as soon as you come out of the house, this is what you're going to see. Have a look at your PDA. Okay, and remember, you can use the mini-map as well if you desire. All right, if you so wish, you can use the mini-map, and you can enable that by pressing the slash key on your keyboard. All right, you can turn that on and off using the slash key, as you can see. However, for the purposes of the video, guys, I'm going to show you how to locate these people on your PDA. So first thing you want to do is you want to have a chat to these important characters. Okay, so important characters are important. Okay, they're important people to speak to because they will have quests, they will have tasks. Maybe they are guides and they can help you to travel around the zone. Okay, so essentially you can use them as like fast travel and stuff. Not every important character can do that, but you will find that you speak to people and you'll find that they are a guide. They'll say, hey, I can take you to this location, I can take you to that location, but for a fee. Okay, so whenever you see an important character, it's always worth going up and having a chat with them and seeing what they're all about. So the first important character that we're going to go and speak to, and this goes for traders as well. Okay, the first person we're going to go and speak to is in here. All right. And what you're about to witness is, well, this guy is quite a character. Okay, this is quite a character. His name is Sidorovich, and he might look very, very familiar if you've played Tarkov. Okay, let's go say hello.
Здорово, рад тебя видеть. Ну чё, Давай о деле поговорим.
Does he look familiar? He probably does. All right, this guy is a very, very interesting person. Very interesting person. So, essentially, this guy is going to be your main sort of point of contact for the first, like, well, probably for quite a lot of your playthrough, actually. Especially if you're Free Stalker. Okay, starting as the Free Stalker. So, the first thing that we're going to do is we're going to have a look at the dialogue options, okay? All of it might look really overwhelming at first, but the most important thing at the moment that we're going to want to look into is... oh, we could go through them. We could go through them step by step. So number 2, heard you got information on stashes, okay? So we always keep an eye out for loot after raids. It's yours for 6,500. Okay, so you can pay Sidorovich and he will give you stash locations. They'll be added to your PDA and you can go and check out those stashes at a later time. Okay, guys, if you want to learn about stashes a little bit more, I'll put the video in the corner this way. I always forget which way it is. This way, I think. Yeah, that way. I'm going to put a video in the corner for you guys. And just click on that, have a read through. It'll tell you about stashes and how they work. Anyway, back to Sidorovich. So the next conversation line that you're going to want to choose is to do with the Wish Granter. Okay, the Wish Granter is a very important part of the story. Okay, so you're going to want to click on that. And he's going to say a load of stuff about the Wish Granter and a couple of characters. Okay, you might recognize some names in there, especially if you played earlier Stalker games. So just go through his dialogue options. All right, so how do I get rich? Okay, meet with Mangun. So this is how you start. Okay, this is how you start your main quest lines. On my first playthrough, I didn't do this. And I didn't know what to do for like 100 hours. It's true. I went down to the swamps and I got real friendly with the Clear Sky guys because I didn't know what else to do. So I kind of turned myself into a Clear Sky dude. And then I came back and did the main quest line. But either way, it was a lot of fun. All right, and I wouldn't change it, you know, because it was really, really cool. And it's a fun story that we can tell. So there's another dialogue option here. And it says, what's this commotion about Strelok? Okay, and make sure you read all this stuff. This stuff is really, really important, and it'll teach you about the game. It teaches you about the story. Sounds exciting. All right, I'll try to track him down. Awesome. We've just unlocked another quest line, Living Legend. And Living Legend is one of... I'm not going to spoil it. It's one of the main quest lines of Gamma, or Anomaly, okay? One of the main quest lines of Gamma. Living Legend. Awesome. Now that we've got these 2 tasks, okay, that's going to give you reasons to travel around the map, and it will take you all over the zone. You are going to visit so many places with these quest lines, okay? You can also ask for side jobs. With this dialogue option, is there any work you want done? You can ask that for pretty much anybody. You can ask that to, you know, pretty much anyone. I would not recommend asking everybody if they want work done. And there's a very, very good reason for that. Your fellow stalkers will sometimes find ways to get themselves killed. If you accept a job of somebody that you meet out in the wild, out in the zone, okay, not somebody in a bunker like Sidorovich or somebody, you know, another trader who are main parts of the population. If you accept jobs from people and they get themselves killed, you will fail. It's your fault, according to the game. So do not accept jobs from everybody. Not only that, your PDA will get full and you'll lose track of what you're doing, okay? So only, for the time being, whilst you're getting used to the game, only accept jobs from main characters, okay? Otherwise, you'll find yourself ruining your reputation with different factions because the person that gave you the job dies and the game decides that it's your fault. That's just how it goes, okay? So you have been warned. What we can do, though, is we can look for some side jobs here, yeah? First of all, contract killer, okay? It's a contract to kill a mercenary in Cordon. Before you accept these jobs, it's always worth having a look to see what your relationships are with these different factions. Okay, so if we wanted to do that, okay, let's back out. We'll go to our PDA. Okay, we'll open up our PDA and we can have a look at the, as soon as this moves out of the way, relations. Okay, so we go to the relations tab. Here we can see not only our personal relation with these factions, which is goodwill. Okay, goodwill is you. This is how do these factions feel towards you, your goodwill towards them. Okay, so how do they feel about your actions to them? You're going to start off with minimal, everyone. Okay, next you're going to look on the line down. Okay, let me move myself out of the way for a minute. Sorry about that, guys. Okay, so goodwill is how other factions feel towards you. Free Stalkers, this is your faction. Okay, you are a Free Stalker and you belong to this faction. So you have a neutral relationship right off the rip with other Free Stalkers. You have a neutral relationship with Duty, Freedom, Clear Sky, and Ecologist. This means that they will not shoot you on sight. You will not be shot on sight by these neutral factions. Okay, however, mercenaries are considered your enemy. Same with military, bandit, and monolith. Okay, these are the enemy. These people will shoot you on sight. Mercenary, military, bandit, and monolith. They will shoot you on sight. There are more factions. Okay, there are other factions which are not in this graph, in this chart. But I'm going to let you decide. I'm going to let you discover that for yourself. Okay, I'm going to let you discover that for yourself because it's very, very cool. All right, it's very, very fun seeing a patch that you've never seen before. And you're like, whoa, wait a minute. Okay, so I'll let you discover that. But for the time being, make sure to understand your relationships with different factions. So as a Free Stalker, mercenaries are considered my enemy. Okay, I'm a Free Stalker. What is he smiling at? Okay, anyway, Sidorovich, is there any work you want done? Okay, we've got a bandit that he wants killing. Okay, I've been given a job to go and kill a bandit. We know that we're enemies with bandits anyway, so I can go and kill that guy without affecting, you know, my relationship with that faction because they're considered enemies. So no problem, I'll do it. Have you got anything else? Let's see, any work you want done. So this job here, one stalker was supposed to bring me some special supplies from another trader, but I haven't heard anything from him for some days. This is essentially a fetch quest. Go and get me my stuff. I'll pay you for it. I'll do it. Anything else? Bandit faction patches. Okay, Sidorovich wants 11 bandit faction patches. Okay, patches don't weigh anything, so you can collect as many as you want. And trust me, you're going to be collecting a lot of patches. All right. I had upwards of like 300, 400, 500 patches just sitting in my pocket by the end of my main playthrough, and that's after like handing loads in as well. Okay, you will just pick up patches. Just pick patches up all the time. They don't weigh anything. I'll do it. Is there anything else? Okay, no more jobs for now. So what that's given us, okay, and please feel free to look at the other dialogue options as well. Have a look to see what he has for sale. Okay, he's got loads of things for sale. Get yourself, get yourself familiar with all the things that he has. Let me just disappear for a moment and see if I can turn the... Yeah. So you can see in the top left, supply level 1. This supply level will increase the more you do for Sidorovich. Okay, the more you do for Sidorovich and the better reputation you have as a stalker, the higher the supply level, the better stuff he has, and the better the costs will be. Okay, so very, very much like Tarkov in the sense where you level up your traders, they have more stuff to sell. Very, very simple, guys. Very, very simple. Okay, but the only twist here is that stuff actually gets cheaper as well, which is kind of nice. All right, so supply level 1, this is what he has on offer. Okay, food, meds, ammo. It's worth noting that he stocks 45, 12 gauge, 20 gauge for the TOS 106, 7.62 Tokarev for the TT pistol and the Papasha, 7.62 39 for things like the AKM and the SKS, 7.92, which is Mauser ammunition. Okay, this stuff is used in the Kar 98. 9x18, and he does have some 9x19 as well. So different variants of ammo ranging from hollow point, which is great for mutants, FMJ, which is kind of a mix between mutants and humans, and AP, which is great for piercing through armor. Okay, generally speaking, guys, the higher the flesh damage, the lower the armor pen. The higher the armor pen, the lower the flesh damage. Okay, again, very similar to Tarkov. Okay, you either have high damage, low pen, medium both, or high pen, low damage. Okay, so kind of balances like that. Just make sure to read the descriptions, guys, and it will tell you everything you need to know. For example, let's have a look at these 7.62 Tokarev rounds. It's going to give us 15 penetration power, which is very, very low, and it'll give us low to medium flesh damage. So it's not great stuff. However, okay, 12 gauge buckshot. There's no armor penetration at all, but the flesh damage is very high. So it's great against mutants. Okay, this stuff is great against mutants. Same goes for 45 Hydroshock. 9mm AP though. He doesn't seem to have any AP at the moment. He's got 9x18 AP. So this has 30 penetration power, which is still fairly low, but it's much better than anything else really that you'll be getting hold of. You know, in pistol caliber, until you get to like 9x19 AP and other calibers, but you'll figure all that out as you go. Okay, so higher pen, relatively high pen, low damage. Okay, guys, and that's just the pattern that you'll see. Something like a 7.62-39 FMJ has got the same penetration as 9x18 AP, but high flesh damage power. Okay, guys, so just have a look at the different rounds, and you'll figure it all out. Food and drink, medical items and stuff like that, and supplies, you know, survival items, for example, sleeping bags and hideout items like the radio and stuff like that. Okay, but don't worry too much about that when you're just getting started. Okay, guys. He also sells lead-lined containers, which are useful for holding on to radioactive artifacts, as well as different kits for different weapons as well, like the APS, the PL-15, which is a pistol, the PU scope, which is for the Mosin, APS suppressor, and the PMM suppressor as well. So there's a couple of different bits and bobs in there which you might find useful. There's a 9x21 suppressor which fits a SR1 MP pistol, and the APB suppressor as well. If you want to see, okay, a really, really easy way to find out if something's going to fit your weapon is if you highlight the weapon in your inventory, okay, it will highlight over here. So we can demonstrate this by 12 gauge. Okay, so you see how the buckshot is highlighting when I mouse over my weapon. Okay, I can see, that's ammo for my weapon. The same goes for weapon parts as well. Sidorovich doesn't sell weapon parts, but when you meet your technicians and stuff, when you meet your first technician, okay, most likely up north a little bit, up at the farm, okay, you'll notice that when you hover your mouse over a weapon, it will highlight items and objects which are compatible with that weapon, whether it's ammo, weapon parts like triggers and barrels and stuff like that, or modifications and kits. Okay, so if you're ever unsure, you can always, you know, highlight the weapon and it will show you if there's anything compatible. Remember, guys, right click details as well. Right click details will tell you everything about the weapon. Okay, all of its stats, the ammo that it's compatible with, the replacement parts, repair kits for repairing weapons and maintaining weapons. Okay, guys, we do have a video on repairing weapons. I'll put that up in the corner. I'll get it right one day, I promise. Up there, okay? There'll be a video up there. Okay, guys? All about repairing and maintaining weapons and armor. But yeah, right-click details is your friend. And you'll also see the upgrade tree for that item as well. Okay, you can upgrade weapons, you can upgrade armor. Alright? So once you've done all this, you're finally ready. You're finally ready to start your Stalker journey. Okay? And honestly, that's pretty much it. Okay, you're started. Okay, you're ready to go. You got your first few tasks. Remember, speak to important characters. Okay, so if we if we look on our PDA, go to our area map, there's another important character right here. Okay, who's standing in front of us. And this guy's name is Wolf. Let's have a chat with Wolf. We can ask Wolf, because he's an important character. Okay, we can ask him, is there any work you want done? And chances are we're going to be safe to do that. He wants me to go and eliminate the mutant threat from Cordon. I'll do it. Okay, cool. Anything else? Also, tourist safari. So that's going and taking some fellow stalkers out on a adventure and essentially, you know, showing them different aspects of the zone. Okay, guys, I'll do it. Happy days. Come back, come through for me, and I'll come through for you. Nice. Thanks for the job. Is there anything else? There is. Rescue the courier. Okay, so there's another job. And remember, guys, when you're doing rescue missions and stuff like that, you do need to prioritize those missions because there is a chance that that person will die. And remember, guys, if someone dies linked to your task, that will count as a fail for you. So when it comes to things like rescuing people, just have a think about it. Do I have the time to do this? Maybe we'll put that off for now. Ask if he's got anything else. He doesn't have any other jobs. Don't worry about it for now, okay? We haven't got time to go and do a rescue mission, especially when we're taking these two guys out on an expedition, okay? So, yeah, that's you started. Okay, that is you started on your journey. We found another important character. Let's have a chat to him. Okay, this guy's called Fanatic. You see a pattern forming here. Whenever you see an important character, go and have a chat with them. See what they want. See what they can do for you. See what you can do for them. And you will make relationships in the game. You'll improve your standing with the faction. You'll improve your standing with other people. Okay, guys, and you'll learn about the game as you go. Remember, Stalker is a RPG. It's a story game. Speak to people, get their tasks, figure out what's going on. Okay, there you go. And they're gonna, you know, you'll find yourself progressing through the game, and you'll learn how it works. You'll have a good time. You'll have some painful times, yeah, don't get me wrong, you'll have painful times, but you know, for the most part, you should have a good time, guys. All right. And also, you know, if you want to ask about them as well, you can ask, you know, who are you? Feel free to do that as well. There's a lot of story, there's a lot of lore in the Stalker universe. Definitely recommend going and checking it all out, and make sure you read everything that people are saying, because they'll give you tips and tricks on how to survive better and become a better stalker yourself. All right, guys. So like I say, you're pretty much ready to rock and roll. You picked up your first few tasks, and remember to hit the task list, guys. Okay, remember to hit the task list, and it will show you everything that you need to do. These little markers here will show you where to go. Okay, and just make sure you zoom out and stuff so you can see where you are relative to the tasks. Highlight the task and it will give you a little bit of a tip on what you need to do. Alright, guys. And that, my friends, is pretty much you started on your journey. Okay, if you've got any questions whatsoever and you're watching the video, okay, let me know in the comments. Be more than happy to talk it through with you. If you're here live right now, we're gonna have a little bit of a chat here, okay, and see if there's anything that you're confused on, because it will help me to add some notes into the video later on. Okay, guys. But if you've just come to the end of the video, thank you so much for watching. Good luck on your Stalker journey, and I'll see you hopefully in the stream. Feel free to come by anytime, and yeah, I hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you very soon.